but how hard was it to race out there?
Oh, it was very difficult racing out there. It felt like we were sort of scrambling all day, and the pool race committee was scrambling. We're trying to get all the races in, but it was a tough day, but we adapted as well as we could have, so we're happy.
We heard the comps on board were quite calm, obviously trying to turn left or right at the bottom gate and just having a conversation. How hard is it to read the breeze on a day like today?
Oh, it's really hard to read the breeze. I mean, we got lucky a few times, but we made some good decisions. A couple of times coming into the bottom gate, we were a bit unsure, but fortunately every time we made a decision, because we were pretty much always leading into that mark, every time we made a decision, it sort of went our way. So we're really happy with the way we decision made.
Yay, Australia!
Yay, buddy, yay!
The points on a windy day count the same as the points on a light day. How much confidence does it give you that you had such a good day out there today?
Yeah, I mean, everyone knows historically we're a heavy wind team. We like it when it's stronger winds, but yeah, to get some wins in this light stuff, it feels good. As I've said before, we're pretty confident wherever it goes. So yeah, we're really stoked with it, how everything's going in all conditions. Awesome, thank you.
Leo, what did you think of Dad's performance today?
What did you think of Daddy?
Did Dad do good?
Did Daddy do well? Yeah? You sure? He can do better though, can't he?
Better tomorrow. Hey, you're back and doing well. How good does it feel?
Yeah, definitely a super tricky day to get back in, but I think it's awesome for the team to make it through a day. It's our first day we've made it through this season, so that's always nice. And yeah, super excited about the challenge of trying to get into the final tomorrow, and yeah, new boat feels great.
Just a close finish with the Aussies in that last one. How was that? Did you feel like trying to take it out?
Yeah, I mean they just always had a little bit more pace just to windward of us, a little bit more breeze. You know, we definitely felt like we, if we had been able to keep on racing, you might have had a good chance of taking off before then, but wasn't to be. And but I think in those conditions, if you get a couple of nice finishes like that, you're pretty happy with the day.
How tough is it when the conditions are like that to race?
I think it's really tough, and I think it's even tougher if you haven't sailed for 4 months on these boats. But in saying that, I think the team was making good decisions, doing the right things at the right times when they needed to, and yeah, it's just all about making sure we're ready for tomorrow now.
Yeah, it's been quite a crazy day with a thunderstorm passing through during the training time. So we were straight into racing, and obviously the thunderstorm passed, and it was super light after. And yeah, first race abandoned, didn't make it on time. Good luck for us in this case that we were not having a good race, and then 2 really light wind races, with our errors, our good things around the course, and in the end, yeah, we're still in the fight for tomorrow.
What were your thoughts on the group pairings as the group seemed that you were, I think, in a more challenging on paper group?
Yeah.
How did it feel to be out there with black foils, bonsai groups, etc.?
Yeah, looks, I think in these conditions, the groups even up quite a lot. In the end, the rules are the rules. They are written, and is how the season leaderboard is going for the spread. And yeah, we just need to focus on ourselves, sail well tomorrow, and see if we can make it in the 4 boats final in this case.
Yeah, it was shifty, also super cloudy with some storm coming in. So also, I would say split feed is something we need to learn about how to deal with. But obviously, yeah, at the end we deliver an average day, and yeah, full focus for tomorrow.
As you debrief ahead of tomorrow, what are you going to look forward to improving?
Yeah, I mean, we have plenty of look at. Sorry, I mean, the start are good, but they can be better. Boat handling, we need to learn of today and try to improve. And I think tactically we're missing some crucial point also. So, yeah, as I said, average day. So tomorrow try to improve and send some good races.
Yeah, it was a bit stop-start of the day. Obviously, getting out there and being a little bit late to get running because of the storm coming through, and then quite a lot of wind, and then not much wind. So it was a very kind of disjointed day. But I think from our perspective, it was actually quite a good day. We missed out on the first race with it being abandoned when we were in a good spot, and then the second race we sailed quite well, and then in the last race second at Mark 1, and then fleet went a bit inside out. So a bit unfortunate, but as a whole, I thought it was a reasonably promising day.
What were your thoughts just overall on the group split format and just how different sort of teams got bundled at different spots? How did you think?
You can always look at the groups and say your group's a bit tougher than the other one, but it is what it is. You've got to race the best guys, whichever group you're in. So I think given the forecast, it'd probably be better sailing as a big fleet, but it's not our decision, and whatever it is, we go and we race the best we can in those conditions.
Yeah, it's difficult. It was a real difficult day. I think, for race management, sailors, all the teams, spectators to follow it. Yeah, difficult day around. But hey, it's sailing. Sometimes it works out like that. We were, fighting battles from the beginning of the day with those rain squalls that were coming through, and then ended up with very little win for the racing. So certainly hoping for more, but it's part and package of the sport.
I mean, the crowd was still incredible. I saw before racing them just cheering you on. What was it like, I guess, for you as a team to look up and see everyone show up?
Oh, I think the support here from Canada, all of Halifax, has been amazing for, I think, all the SailGP and obviously for Northstar. To look up and at such an amazing grandstand, be the hometown favourite, it is a special thing, and it's a privilege for us.
How much as an athlete do you kind of have to put today behind you and focus on tomorrow?
Oh, you've got to. I think today the levels of randomness were probably maxing out for previous race days in SailGP. Was really, really difficult day for everyone to manage, and one of those days where it either goes your way or it doesn't, and it wasn't particularly amazing for us, that's for sure.
Nicolai, just how tough was racing in those conditions?
Yeah, very frustrating day for us. I think a bit annoying the first race got cancelled for us. That was a really good result. And then the other two races, I don't know, we just ended up going backwards a bit, and the last race we went up from first to last again, and I don't know, a bit painful conditions, but some teams are doing it well and getting it right, so we can't really just say luck and unluck. We just got to go and figure out how we get better decisions out there.
Nathan, awesome last race. How close was that finish?
Closer than we wanted it to be with the British. When they split, we knew we sort of had to make the final jibe, and it just got soft in that corner, but they were off the foil too. So really happy to get the win in that one, and pretty solid day considering how tough the conditions were.
Yeah, how tough is it as an athlete when it's just really tricky to predict what's going to happen out there?
Yeah, it's really tricky with like the weather we've had. Like there was really good breeze up until about 10 minutes before the start today, and then with all the rain cells around, it made it really quite confusing. And then with the split fleets, it was nice to have a little bit more space on the race course, but it was quite challenging with the starting and like trying to work out when you could go in and prep for your start while the other boats are finishing. So it was a very dynamic day, and we're just happy that we survived.
It looked tough for everyone. Your fleet got to foil a bit more. How nice was that?
Yeah, that was nice. We got a good foiling race in the first one, 5 up, and then we switched down to 4 up for the last race, but we got a little bit of breeze at the start and got to 4 most of the way around. So, these boats love foiling, and we all feel very fortunate that we were in the lucky group today.
Seb, well done today. I guess, how did you manage to stay on the foils in that first race?
Yeah, it was a tricky one. For us, it was all about staying fast, and then just trying to do our own race, not worry too much about the other boats, and really look outside. We had similar conditions in training yesterday, where it was all about looking outside of the boat. So it was a good step forward for us in those conditions.
It was one of those never say die days, and you couldn't kind of be safe. How hard was it just to keep focusing on the next cup?
Yeah, it was tricky in that last race. We were a bit more in the pack, so the 2 front boats got away, but we were really in the mix, and it can go either way in those situations. So I really have to try and stay calm. Even though it's light wind and we're going slow, we're almost more stressed than in the breeze. So it's good fun. I think tomorrow more of the same. So we'll have to review today, see how we can do even better tomorrow.
And obviously the split fleets, because we thought it was going to be windy, but is the split fleet kind of nice when it's so light like that?
I think it is quite good actually. When the race course is small and it's light, the racing is in a way more interesting because you can play a bit more, you have more space. So I think it was a great call to do split fleets, and it's good for the future as we get more and more boats. It will just make it even better.
It was a complicating day for all teams, I think. Pretty challenging for the race committee as well to set up a proper course because the wind was shifting a lot. Fronts coming through. It's not easy, but I think we made probably the most out of it within the broadcast window. Now, unfortunately, the wind came in, and we have glimmer conditions now. But we cannot choose these moments. So I think we did what we could do.
On challenging days like today, what do you take away or learn from this difficult effort?
Just staying calm in these situations and focused, and make sure you're flexible enough to adapt to all the conditions.
Dylan, just describe how tough that racing was.
Yeah, very strange day again. Didn't know what the weather was going to throw at us, but at least we got a couple of races in.
I mean, how hard was it to navigate in those light breezes and try to sort of predict what was happening?
Yeah, very tricky with what the breeze was going to do, and I think we needed a little bit of lady luck out there today. We unfortunately slipped on a few bananas in the first race, but at least we had a solid one in the last.
Yeah, I guess. How do you? I guess you were doing well in the first race. How hard is it to just if you fall off the foils, just to try and catch back up?
Yeah, very difficult to catch back up in those conditions once you fall off. Unfortunately, we had an O-buoy on the winch in the first race, which cost us a jibe, which was basically everything. So we need to look into that, but looking forward to another couple of races tomorrow.
And talk us through that last foiling manoeuvre before the finish in the second one.
Yeah, it felt like we were just chipping away in that last one. Unfortunately, just couldn't quite get Artemis on the line, but felt like we were sailing the boat a lot better, which was nice.
It's just really crappy conditions, to be honest, and it's a shame because, obviously the crowds are out and it's quite a cool location, a really fun one for us in SailGP, but just really crappy conditions, so it was kind of random, a bit of Mickey Mouse racing, and I mean, if you didn't get off the start line and Mark 1 in good shape, you're really battling, and I mean, especially in our fleet because we had a bit of foiling, so where we sort of just didn't really get the I guess the speed off the line that we were looking for and the angle, and I mean I've been trying to pull it apart in my head, but I just can't really put it down to much more than just being a bit unlucky. You sort of put your boat in the position, and if you're in the right spot or not, you're off, and a bit tough. So a bit of a weird day, just crappy.
What are your thoughts on just the group pairings and how the execution of the split fleet?
The split fleet, I think, is for sure, for me, it's the right call. It's a small racetrack, breeze coming off the city like that. There's 13 boats on the line, and I think it'd be really weird racing. It wouldn't be very exciting to watch. It'd be worse product than what we had today. But it certainly doesn't do our sport any justice when it's conditions like this. That's the beauty of it as well. It's a sport dictated to by nature, and we play with nature, and we're powered by nature. So sort of is what it is. You get those days.
And last question: what is the team going to focus on heading into day 2?
Yeah, we're just going to look tonight at a bit of sort of how we approach the start line, what we could have done a bit better in terms of our speed builds. We'll look a little bit at our manoeuvring as well. They've sort of put this new rule in where you've got to have 2 people behind the wheel at all times. A little unnecessary today, and that really sort of hinders sort of the boat handling and how these boats can be sailed. So I think that needs a little revisit, if I'm being frank, and we'll see sort of what happens tomorrow. Cool.
Yeah, definitely not the day that probably a lot of people were expecting. It's ended up being quite downrange and really tricky in the configuration with the high-speed foils and kind of the personnel board call, up and down range. So, frustrating for sure.
What are you looking forward to get right or dial in with the team as you debrief in Quentin tomorrow?
Yeah, I think we look at some of the positives from today. We had a great first start and leading around the track, and really came down to one kind of race course decision at the top mark. And in the lead, you have to make those tough decisions, and sometimes you get them wrong. And hindsight's, as they say, a tough one to look back and see the loss that we had there. But I think a high percentage move would have been probably going the other gate mark. And then, I think looking back on some improvements, I need to definitely work in my area on just some of the popping techniques in the downrange. When we're short-handed and have to get the boat up onto the foils, everyone's super loaded up, and it's a really complex maneuver. So for me personally, I'm going to go back and just look at all the data and be better tomorrow with that.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.